this is a time when God is looking for us all to be champions. You know, when we think of a champion, we think of, I don't know, probably someone with a great physique, someone perhaps with a great physique, full of confidence and a loud voice and someone who, like one of those superheroes or from the Marvel comics or something, a champion. I don't know. That's what I sort of naturally, initially would go to if you were to describe or if you were to guess what people would describe as a champion. Something perhaps like that. Or it could be a champion sports person. Someone who is well known, a champion athlete. But the champions of the church don't necessarily look like that. The champions of God may be that elderly person who just about manages to get into the church, but in their heart, they've remained faithful. In their prayers, they've remained consistent. And God is asking us to be champions. There's no quit in the real Christian. There's no quit in them. The champions of God aren't necessarily, called pastor, bishop, reverend. I'll tell you what they're called. They're called by the phrase, good morning, every Sunday. There's a champion. There's a champion in the Church of Jesus Christ these days. That's what they look like. They're faithful. It's their priority. They put God first place. And that means they are faithful and they honor their brothers and their sisters. They do that by fellowshipping at the weekly service. That's a champion. And the church needs champions. Let's go to the scriptures, shall we? Come with me to, let's go to 1 Corinthians and verse 9. Chapter 9. Chapter 9. And I'll read from verse 19. Though I am free and belong to no one, I have made myself a slave to everyone. This is the Apostle Paul. He's writing to the church. He says, to win as many as possible. To the Jews, I became like a Jew to win the Jews. To those under the law, I became like one under the law, though I myself am not under the law, so as to win those under the law. To those not having the law, I became like one not having the law, though I am not free from God's law, but I'm under Christ's law, so as to win those not having the law. To the weak, I became weak to win the weak. I have become all things to all people, so that by all possible means I might save some. I do this for the sake of the gospel, that I might share in its blessings. Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. Everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. They do it to get a crown that will not last, but we do it to get a crown that will last forever. Therefore, I do not run like someone running aimlessly. I do not fight like a boxer beating the air. No, I strike a blow to my body and make it my slave, so that after I have preached to others, I myself will not be disqualified for the prize. Brothers and sisters, some people who have preached the gospel evidently will be disqualified from the prize. Because if that wasn't the case, Paul wouldn't have said it. And he says to us, listen, run then. Run. Have this thing in you with the most determination of your life. Nothing in our lives ought to compare to this desire to be a representative of the gospel of Jesus Christ. That's what he's just been talking about. He was a representative of the gospel of Jesus Christ to win people for the gospel. And he says that it consumes everything in the same way that an athlete is consumed in their life by training for that race that lies ahead, for that Olympic Games or whatever it might be. They go into that training, don't they? They are consumed with it. But my precious brothers and sisters, everything in the religious world, everything in our society is going to try and get you not to be like that. Everything will try and get you to think of that as going too far. That paints a picture it's okay for them, that was back then, but you see, we live in the modern world. No, that's for today.